For years, the playbook for growth was pretty simple, right? If you wanted more revenue, you just hired more people. Well, that playbook is officially broken. The companies that are actually pulling ahead in 2025, they're doing the exact opposite. They're scaling with smart systems, not just a bigger headcount.
So let's start with a problem you might not even realize you have. I call it the automation tax. If you're a founder who's running on spreadsheets and just pure heroic effort from your team, where pulling a single revenue report takes 3 days instead of 30 seconds, you are already paying this tax every single day. You just don't see it on your P&L.
So I want you to just take a second and ask yourself, honestly, are you paying this tax? Does your business feel like it's running on chaos and sheer willpower? Because if it does, you're not alone. But I promise you, it's costing you way more than you think.
And look, this isn't just theory, right? This is the day-to-day reality for so many businesses. Does it take you days to get an answer to a basic question about revenue? Is your team buried in repetitive busy work, spending, 20+ hours a week just on copy-pasting and status updates? Are you forced to make big decisions based on a gut feeling because getting the real data is just too hard? That right there is the automation tax in action.
Okay, so why is this such a big deal right now in 2025? It's because the ground has totally shifted under our feet. This isn't about some nice-to-have efficiency gain anymore. Honestly, this is about survival. It's about how the next wave of companies are going to compete and win.
Here is the key shift. AI and automation, they're not experiments anymore. They're not toys, they are core operating infrastructure, just like your CRM or your accounting software. They are the new backbone of your business, and they're meant to run 24/7.
This quote really just nails it. Your unfair advantage isn't about out-hustling everyone or grinding harder. It's about building an operations backbone that quietly handles the work in the background. It's about freeing up your amazing people to focus on strategy and growth. Because at the end of the day, systems beat hustle every single time.
This comparison shows a gap that is getting wider every single month. On one side, you have the old way, reacting to problems, running on gut feelings and messy spreadsheets. And on the other, you have the new way, a digital ops team, this interconnected system of software and automation that gives you real-time visibility and helps you make proactive decisions 24/7. So the question is, which side of that divide is your business going to be on?
All right, so you see the problem. The good news is there is a clear, actionable path out of all that chaos. It's not about going out and randomly buying a bunch of shiny new AI tools. No, it's about a systematic 3-layer framework.
This is it. It's not complicated. This is the 3-layer framework that can literally transform your operations in as little as 60 to 90 days. We start with layer 1, data clarity. Because you can't automate chaos, you have to see what's going on first. Then we move to layer 2, smart operations, to get rid of all that manual grind. And finally, layer 3, AI agents, where we add real intelligence to your brand new system.
Now, let's break this down and see how this framework actually becomes a reality, layer by layer. We're going to look at exactly what this means for you, starting with the absolute foundation.
Layer 1 is all about ending the spreadsheet nightmare. If you're constantly bugging your team for status updates or waiting days for a simple report, this is where you start. The goal here is super simple. We implement central automated dashboards that give you a single source of truth. So instead of you chasing down data, the system proactively tells you when a key metric is off. You go from reactive to proactive.
Okay, once you can see everything clearly, we move to layer 2, smart ops. This is where your team really starts to feel the difference. We automate the most painful, the most repetitive workflows. I mean, think about it. Automated lead routing, so a hot lead is never dropped. Proposals generated in minutes, not hours. Invoices chased down automatically. Each one of these automations can save dozens of hours a week.
And finally, layer 3. This is where we plug in the AI agents. And look, they are not here to replace your team. They are here to do the 70% of the work that your team absolutely hates doing. Imagine an AI summarizing your sales calls, flagging customers who might be at risk of churning, or just sending you a clean KPI summary every Monday morning. That's your first digital ops hire.
Okay, let's just tackle a couple of common myths head-on. The first one is that you need to go out and buy some massive, expensive new AI platform. The reality? Most small and medium-sized businesses can get 80% of the way there using the tools they already pay for, like Zoho or HubSpot, combined with a simple connector like Zapier or Make. You start with what you've got.
And the second, even bigger myth, that AI is coming for everyone's jobs.
In practice, we see the exact opposite. AI replaces the tasks your team hates, the mind-numbing copy-pasting, the endless chasing for updates. The companies that are actually winning with this are upskilling their people to manage these new systems, not firing them. Better operations lead to happier, more effective teams.
So, the most important part is knowing where to begin without getting totally overwhelmed. You don't have to boil the ocean here. The goal is to get a clear, tangible result within the next 90 days. So what is that first step?
This is the outcome we are talking about, a measurable impact on your team's productivity. By putting this 3-layer system in place, we typically see our clients save over 20 hours per team member every single week. Seriously, what could your team accomplish with all that time back? And the clearest first step you can take is to just get a diagnosis. On a short 30-minute strategy call, you can get a free ops audit. You'll literally leave that call knowing your top 3 automation opportunities, what a 90-day plan could look like, and a clear estimate to build it out. There's no pressure, no obligation. It's just a plan you can use, whether you work with someone or not.
So this really brings us to the final question. It's a choice between 2 very different paths. You can keep paying that hidden automation tax every single day in lost time and missed opportunities, or you can start building a system that actually scales with your business, not just with your headcount. The choice is yours.